Welcome or welcome back to the show. I'm Anna and you're watching Anna Speaks Out. Thank you so much for being here, and a big special welcome and thank you to all of the new subscribers. It's awesome to have you here. My shirt says Faith, Hope, Aloha, so I thought it was appropriate for the topic that we've been talking about. But today we're going to talk about a book about the Maui fires that came out at a shockingly early time, given, that the fires just occurred like a week ago or so. So let's get into it. Okay, so I've seen a couple people talking about this book. Actually, a friend of mine, Kathy, who I'm friends with on Instagram and watches the channel, shared this with me. So thank you to Kathy. But it's called Fire and Fury, the story of the 2023 Maui fire and its implications for climate change. Here's the full cover, and this book has 21 one-star reviews, and that's it. So that's actually pretty promising that people can see through this type of garbage, especially because it came out on August 10th, which was while the fires were still burning. In fact, the County of Maui website said on August 15th that at that point the fire was only 75% contained, and that was just 2 days ago as of the time of recording this video. So this book literally came out right in the heat of everything, and it seems that this person who wrote this is trying to profit off of the disaster, which is just disgusting and extremely distasteful if you ask me. And then if you look at the author, it says their name is Dr. Miles Stones. And when you click on that to find out about them, because I was pretty curious who this person is, it says, about the author, I'd rather not say. What is going on there? That's pretty odd. Read full bio, there's no photo, and it says I'd rather not say. What do you think is the deal here? But Amazon allows you to read, I guess, the introduction of this book for free, so I figured we could take a quick look at that. And in the table of contents, we see after the introduction, we have the fire begins, Lahaina burns, the island on fires, interesting how it's plural, fighting fire, and then here's what I'm really curious what they have to say about media manipulation and misinformation is chapter 6. So since this person believes in climate change, I'm surprised that they would believe in media manipulation and misinformation, so I'm quite curious. And then we have the consequences and the solution. And this is quite the photo that they have here. It would be gorgeous if it wasn't such a terrible thing. But the intro begins, on the 8th day of August in the year 2023, an unfortunate incident occurred in the upcountry region of Maui, Hawaii, wherein a fire was ignited. This fire swiftly escalated into an extensive wildfire, rapidly engulfing the entire island. Its ferocious advancement was augmented by a combination of unfavorable conditions, including drought, scorching temperatures, and ferocious hurricane winds. The flames eventually reached Lahaina, which possesses residential zones, agricultural lands, and natural ecosystems. Regrettably, the fire took the lives of 6 individuals, so it's obviously much higher than that now, decimated over 270 structures, and scorched more than 50,000 acres of land. This calamity stands as one of the most catastrophic wildfires ever witnessed in Hawaii's annals. The indescribable devastation caused by the Maui fire echoes far beyond the boundaries of Hawaii itself. It serves as a stark reminder of the nefarious impact climate change holds. Or there could be people with nefarious motives involved in this situation, amplifying both the susceptibility and severity of wildfires. The dire consequences of climate change manifest in the form of scorching temperatures and arid conditions, which desiccate the natural fuels, rendering them highly susceptible to ignition. Additionally, climate change influences the behavior of wildfires by disturbing wind patterns and altering the trajectory of storms, either exacerbating or mitigating the spread of fires. It is crucial to recognize that wildfires also feed into the vicious cycle of climate change, discharging substantial quantities of carbon dioxide and other pollutants that inevitably influence regional and even worldwide climatic conditions. Yeah, so wildfires and climate change. Those are the two big themes of this book. Seems like it may have been a good neo-communist foot soldier who went ahead and wrote this book to spread propaganda for the government. But let me know what you think about it in the comments. But we're now going to look at the Amazon reviews about this book. Bad information. This book was published while the catastrophe was still happening. Disgusting. Must have been planned, which is the first thing I thought when I saw this. This one is pretty interesting. Are you kidding? Published before the fire is out? Paperback book takes longer than 2 days to print. Clearly this tragedy and the book detailing it was planned. Unbelievable. Even AI can't write, print, and publish a book in 2 days. I don't know enough about AI to know whether that's the case, so I'm curious if any of you do. Do not buy this book. This is at the expense of many lives, mostly children. An average of 1 star cannot be considered a top-rated release. That's called propaganda. You can't call it top-rated, but the actual rating speaks the truth, despite what's being pushed by this platform. You know, it is interesting that Jeff Bezos, who has been buying up Maui for the last few years, and is the owner of Amazon, which is the publisher of this book, is also the one who was so quick to come in with a donation to start redesigning Maui. A remarkably predictable ideological tripe. If one cannot see the glaring bias, not to mention the callous and offensive disregard for the human suffering of a book published within 48 hours of the end of the Maui fire, then I can't help you. I've never read more baseless assumptions made in such a short little book than I came across in this unfortunate piece of drivel. One has to ask oneself, how does a book like this emerge so quickly? How does it make the claim that the fire engulfed the entire island when conventionally the high rent district of the uber wealthy went unscathed? Excellent point that we mentioned in the last video. Bizarre beyond imagination, and truly stranger than fiction. What? Question mark, question mark, question mark. So the author wrote this before it happened? Had to have had. This is absolute garbage, blaming it on climate change. Wow, DEW. Trees weren't burned like a normal fire, same as Paradise Fire in California. Absurd. No, just no. Propaganda, inaccurate and insensitive. Smells of AI, even before the smoke clears. Literally. But here is one from Canada that's different from the rest. Except for that last one. AI written by ChatGPT. A sloppily put together fake book generated by ChatGPT artificial intelligence, quote unquote. Nothing of any value is contained within these pages. I doubt that even the quote unquote author has read this book. 0 stars. Again so much for being here today. Since you liked the video enough to make it all the way to the end, don't forget to click the thumbs up and share with somebody else who would also find it interesting. Leave your comments below and we'll all have a conversation. If you really enjoyed it, check out the description for several different ways you can support what I do here. Have a wonderful night, afternoon, morning, evening, whatever time zone you're in, and I'll see you next time.